I'm Ashley, and I usually travel with my husband Christian. But every year, my dad and I take a trip together. We decided to head to Switzerland and Italy this time, places we've been before but keep coming back to. I am so excited to share some new to us spots as well as some old favorites. We woke up this morning to a beautiful day. The sun is actually shining, there's not a lot of clouds. We are going to head up the lift we were supposed to yesterday, which is Hoher Kasten, and hopefully get some really beautiful views of the valley. We are at the top of the summit. It's like an 8-minute cable car ride with some seriously gorgeous views on the way up. But when you turn this way, there's Grant. Look at this view. And this is the Saxer Lucke ridgeline, which is extremely like a famous viewpoint here in Switzerland. So to actually see it in person for the first time, it's pretty cool. Like with any Swiss mountaintop with a cable car, there's of course a bunch of viewing platforms. This valley behind us is just beautiful. Like the way the mountains surround it. We paid 23 franc with our half fare card, so it's 46 franc usually, but that half fare card, we've already saved like $50 or $60 in the few days that we've been here. I didn't want to drink my coffee yet this morning and it was kind of cold outside, so I put it on the tire and it's cold. Just gotta use your resources. The outside is basically a refrigerator. We have arrived at Santis, and you can see up there the sun's trying to poke through. It's not being super successful, but I think we're still gonna head up. We got our tickets. It is 27 franc with the half fare card, so 54 without. We've been at the top for like about an hour or so, and there's a lot of clouds. I mean, obviously it'd be awesome if it was completely clear outside and we can see everything, but that's just not the case today. So I'm gonna focus on what's been really cool, and that is being able to see those peaks come out through the clouds. Check the weather and the webcams before you come up here, just so that you know what you're gonna be getting. We are back down again, and you can kind of see how much clearer it is down here. Actually, if you look up there, that's the mountain peak that's covered in a cloud. So it's much clearer down here, pretty sunny. We're headed south towards Lugano. I think we're gonna drive through Liechtenstein though to see the castle. That's what I love about Europe, is that we're going to a different country for lunch and then we'll be back in Switzerland for dinner. We have decided to come over to another cable car in the area that we haven't gone up. This one is called Staubern, and it's a little bit different. It's kind of self-operated. It kind of goes automatically every hour or so. It still looks pretty dang cloudy up there, but we're here. We might as well give it a chance. Also, you can probably hear all these cows. They're just grazing. The station looks like a giant acorn. So this one is like a self-serve. Like we just bought our... I can't get through my bag. Okay. So we just bought our tickets from this vending machine. And then we're hopping on this cable car, but I don't know how you make it leave. Like, does it just... We might have to wait for a while, I guess. I don't know. There's nobody here. No one's manning the ticket kiosk. You just kind of buy your tickets and hop on and find out what happens, I guess. This lift leaves every 20 minutes during the high season, which is all the way through September. This one's more expensive. You cannot use a half fare card or any kind of a discount card. So it was 36 franc for a round trip. It's kind of expensive, but this is a very nice cable car and it is run completely by solar power. So it is the world's first solar power cable car. Very cool. Kind of hiking up and down through some rocks and stuff. Definitely still worth it even with all the fog. It's a really unique hike. We're about 3/4 of the way in and it's been pretty dang foggy, but you can see we've been walking along these ridge lines here and a little bit of these mountains have started to poke out. There's a lot of hiking trails in Switzerland that lead you along a ridge. They're pretty dang cool. We have reached the end of the trail and right behind me is the Saxer. Is it just called Saxer? Because this valley over here is Saxer Lucke. This is incredible. I'm so happy that we're actually able to see the top of it. Like it's poking through the clouds. We remained faithful through the hike that we'd get some kind of view and it was very well worth it. I mean, that's the peak of that. It just juts straight out of the earth. That's so cool. Exciting things. One, we flew the drone, and two, a little bit of sun is peeking out and lighting up the side of the mountain. We've made it back down. We kind of just ran down the mountain. We got down in like, what, 30 minutes or so. Another thing to keep in mind with Staubern specifically is that it runs until 10 p.m. If you're doing all 3 cable cars in the same day like we did today, this one you should save for last because you can use it until 10 p.m. But we just drove over a bridge and now we're in Liechtenstein. So, I don't know, we're doing a detour through Vaduz, which is their capital city. I think we're gonna stop and see the castle. There wasn't even a sign. The only way I know is because they had a flag up. And I was like, that's not the Swiss flag, that's the Liechtenstein flag. Liechtenstein is like ruled or governed by a prince, and he actually lives in the Liechtenstein castle in Vaduz, so you can't go inside or anything, but we're just driving by the castle right now and it's really cool.
Your destination is on the right.
We just parked up there and we're walking down to see the castle. Liechtenstein is one of the smallest countries. How many people do you think live in Liechtenstein, Dad?
55,000.
I'll put it right here. Grant guesses 55,000.